Hey, welcome to the channel. So for today's topic, we're going to go over Alpha Flight number 1. So this is the first standalone comic for Alpha Flight, and a little backstory to it. Wolverine used to be part of Alpha Flight before Xmen, and on 120 is where Alpha Flight actually shows up. Now here is a image of the 8 heroes that are part of the Alpha Flight comic that's at least on this one. And just another thing to add though, so this is a comic that I've never read, so I can't give you a crazy amount of information on it. You know, it's unfortunate, but I have done a little bit of research, so it did seem like it was a pretty popular comic in the 80s. Here's a top 100 chart showing you that Alpha Flight number 11 was even beating out Spider-Man. It was a top 3, so that is pretty impressive to see. So I'm gathering that, you know, from some of the information that I picked up researching, that it seems like Marvel was focusing more on other comics at one point, and so Alpha Flight kind of just slowly died off. And they still make Alpha Flights, but I would assume after the first volume that it just didn't seem to be as popular. Now I have noticed on more recent ones, for instance, like the Immortal Hulk that I've read, that Alpha Flight did show up on there as far as like Sasquatch and Puck. So here's some scenes for the Hulk and Sasquatch fighting each other. Really cool battle. Just wanted to kind of show you that just for a little bit of entertainment purposes. And then another comic I read that had them in there that was more recent was Captain Marvel. So Alpha Flight and Captain Marvel worked together. And as far as the comic itself, so this is a 10,000 edition comic. So there's going to be 250 secret rares. It's not valued very high. It's like $350 for fair market value. And it's probably because it's not a first appearance for the whole team itself. Now it does have a first appearance for some of the characters. So it does have a little bit of value, I guess you would say. And the VeVe exclusives for this comic look really good. The rare especially. I'm actually usually a more of an ultra rare for the VeVe variants, but the rare looks really good. So definitely going to get my hands on that rare. I have it in the E tier, and the reason why is because unless I'm completely wrong, I just don't think this is going to be a very high demand comic. But here's me speculating. So Fox, Disney and Fox, when Disney bought out the rest of Marvel from Fox, they acquired Alpha Flight with that. So X-Men's supposed to show up in the MCU, and so is Wolverine. So if that's the case, you know, there is rumors out there floating around that Alpha Flight and Wolverine could make an appearance, or it could be where it's an X-Men movie, but they have Alpha Flight showing up just like they did on some of the other X-Men comics out there. So that is a possibility, and the fact that they threw out this comic that I know a lot of people don't know about always makes me wonder, just like they did with the Incredible Hulk with Mr. Joe Fixit. Makes you just wonder if they're going to be MCU bound over the next, you know, maybe anywhere from 1 to 5 years. I'm not sure. I'm sure they have some type of game plan going on. And so yeah, just be on the lookout for that. And yeah, that's about it. Sorry I don't have as much information as I normally do about a comic, but this is just one of those ones I haven't read, and just like y'all, just an average reader. So as always, thank you for watching.